back in action here. After a lot of technical difficulties and some serious fiddle-faddling around, I did do a bit of backtracking to get a hold of something important we missed, specifically the Perfect Guard ability. I completely forgot where the room for it was, ended up going way far out of my way before getting it. So now we have it, because I had to go back to the Garibaldi go back to the Bajit Mountains to collect it. Now we're almost back to the Garibaldi Cathedral. I stopped on my way back because I remembered how to get the steel from the Ifrits. There's an attack they'll do when they're nearly dead that we didn't get a chance to trigger because the weapon I was using was way too strong for them. Hence why I'm back to using the short sword for the moment. Because at 20 damage a hit, I can guarantee that I won't overkill him. More or less. I should be counting this a lot more carefully than I am. To ensure that I don't just kill him. But when he goes to do his near-death self-destruct, if you can break out of it in time, you can then steal from him. Or, oh no, dodging the explosion does not count. Okay. He does have to actually manage to grab you. That's unfortunate. That was a bit I hadn't tested. But there is an item we want a fair few copies of from these efforts. Now, they will show up again later, I'm pretty sure, but I'd rather have the item now. I'm just clearing the orcs first so they don't interfere with the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 160. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them. Might be enough. Doesn't seem that interested in doing it, though. So we're just gonna hit him again. At this point, I'm just gonna keep hitting him one at a time. Make sure that we don't end up killing him. There we go. Now we break out. And we steal the Sun Tears. Now what the Sun Tears were for is they, one, make the upgrade for the Corinthian helmet, the Thracian helmet, and they also made this hide armor that I put together before remembering that I was supposed to wait and show everybody. Now, the hide armor is not something I'm actually going to use, but I wanted to just keep everything on track. Though that 5 Constitution can be very nice in some cases. We still don't have another Ancient Memory to make the upgraded knuckle. And I did put everything together to make the Bulova on my way back. Because, you know, had to kill a bunch of skeleton blazes on the way back. And we will certainly have no shortage of materials for a bunch of other things. I did try switching controllers. It is not the controller that is causing the stutter step. At least not the controller specifically. So it is an issue both specific to this game and potentially specific to the type of controller. I did not try a different kind of controller. I only proved out that it's not the stick on this specific PS4 controller. I should have tried the Xbox One pad I've got, but I didn't think about it. I had a very busy day yesterday. I only thought of this situation this morning. which similarly ended up being a busy day. So it didn't really work out according to plan particularly well. Of course, while I was making that speech, I wasn't counting my hits again, so... Yep, I was afraid of that. God damn it. And while I was grinding out the Sun Tears, I kept my Innocent Devils put away because I didn't want to end up moving their crystal amounts too far out of line. But now that we're live again, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in play. So actually, I probably shouldn't have either of them out either way, because there's high odds of either of them throwing off the steel pretty badly. Oh, hey, Orcs apparently dropped French fries. They hadn't dropped that up till now, because I guess the drop rate on it's terrible. Which is not surprising. Okay. 20, 40, 6... No, that was only 40, I think, because he blocked one of those. 60, 80, 100... Exciting, I know. I'm only gonna do, like, one more just to make sure I have an extra Sun Tier on hand. Should be 160. Now, it was important that I go get Perfect Guard for the things that require Perfect Guard to steal from. Because I otherwise don't really use Perfect Guard that much. In part because I'm no good at it, and in part because, really, you don't need it. Now, roll away before it explodes. There we go. Now, what I meant when I said one more was one more after the one I just did. Because I think there's one more thing I guaranteed need Sun Tears for, and I don't want to trust my memory not to be forgetting one. So, rather than have to come back and get one, it just makes sense to get it now. And there is another drop from the Efforts listed in the bestiary that I don't have, but it may be a blank space that's just being falsely labeled with a question mark. I don't remember if this specific one does that or not. I know some of them do. He's going for the hug. No, 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 no. Gimme. Good day, sir. Okay. So now we should have plenty of Sun Tears on hand. I've got 2 Sun Tears. As long as I'm not even further off on my count than I thought I was, that should be enough for everything we're going to want from them. I'm going to go ahead and equip an actual weapon again, and bring Longnart back out so I can finish getting him evolved. We got a bit of a walk ahead of us, and I forgot to set a memory point inside the cathedral where we were. Because I stupidly thought that it was based on where you last saved, if you didn't specifically register a point. Turns out, no, if you don't register a point at all, you're just fucked. And it sends you back to the start of the game. So that was fun. Thankfully, I just used a magical ticket to go back to Julia's shop and counteract that mistake. But that was certainly a thing. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to kill these flea men with this axe. This is not gonna happen. Let's see. Yeah, that's just mirrored. Yeah, we want to go this way. Yes, yes, you're flea men, I know. Good for you. You can clear out a lot of them if you just periodically tell your golem to Aura Blast. Because they'll be over there harassing him, and every now and then just tap the explode button. And more often than not, a bunch of flea men will die. And the world will steadily become a better and better place. This is my exit? No. Somehow I got turned around. Oh, I see what happened. It's not a matter of I got turned around, it's a matter of I missed my exit. It came up a lot sooner than I expected it to. Okay, now we have an actual save point that I can hit that's in a relevant part of the world. I'm not going to register the memory ticket here, because we have zero reason to come back here, or that I can think of. And at the very least, if I was going to do that, I'd do that at the one up there. Or that's closer to where we're going. Get back here, you floaty coward. I never actually went in these rooms because they're pointless to go into. There might be like some kind of crazy secret in one of these, but I don't remember there being one. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna poke my nose into them for map completion. And as spring is wont to do, it has gone from being cold to being miserably hot. At least with that. So let's get rid of that. There we go. Now, I have found once I can get Hector running properly, I don't have that much trouble with the stutter step. So what I've learned to do is just kind of move the camera to move myself. And I can generally keep a fairly consistent clip of running. And it seems to help to have the run starting before you actually load in. So it might actually be an emulation issue that's causing the stutter step. There's every possibility that that is the truth. I was going to ignore these Blaze Masters, then I remembered that I actually need the Ancient Memories off them for a couple more things still. Probably best to clear them out. And they'll probably give a decent amount of Axe Crystals, which is what I want for the evolution for Lognart that I want. I did actually refresh my memory of the evolution chart. And I was reminded that I still basically don't care that much one way or the other for the fairy, but for Lognart, I do actually want a specific one. Not for any reason of effectiveness, just because I like that design better. And I think I didn't end up with it in my normal playthrough because I ended up just using the wrong weapon and forgetting entirely. I might have corrected it with a shard at some point, I don't remember. As need be, I can also just farm up a shard and make the other one to show it off. Not sure I'm that attached to the idea, but if people really want to see it, I could do it. Okay, he just needs 8 more axe crystals, and then he'll be a new boy. And wizards! Get back here, cowards! Okay, we're in new content now, as you can see by the fact that there's now a devil trying to kill me. I'm actually gonna set Lognart to block. Yeah, when he goes to do his charge is when you need to steal from him. Thing is, if he keeps doing it so close to Lognart, it's gonna be a real pain in my ass to try to get the steal off on him. But if he does it to me, it's also a problem. Okay, Lognart, get the fuck out of here. Just get out of the way for a second, buddy. This one I remember being a bit of a pain because you gotta time it so that you're not gonna get hit by him before managing to steal. Got it. Spirit of Fuji. And you can only steal from each enemy once, so trying to steal from him again is gonna be a waste of my time. So we'll just get rid of him. But the Spirit of Fuji opens up a few things to us. Or at least it will. Looks like we're missing something from most of the Spirit of Fuji items. Just trust me when I say that we are going to want a couple copies of the Spirit of Fuji. So remember, each material makes things that generally make sense for what the material is. So as you might imagine, the Spirit of Fuji is going to give us mostly the thematic items for the area Mount Fuji is in. Relatively speaking. This camera angle is not my friend. Because I have to be locked on to this jerk in order to steal from him. There we go. Ah! That was a good angle for distance, not a great angle for vision. Got it. And of course, he does drop stuff, too. Whether we'll actually get him to drop any of that stuff is a whole other animal. Aluminum is apparently one of the things. Okay, that's not something I particularly care about right now, but good. And that just goes to tell you how much you are going to use aluminum in this game. The fact that, like, 6 different things drop aluminum. All in this one area. That or they really just don't want you to miss aluminum. Which would make sense, because if you didn't have aluminum, you'd be locked out of a lot of weapons and armor. So you'd have a bit of a rough time. Again, not that this game is that difficult for the most part. Oh, I forgot that the upgraded wizards literally drop Spirits of Fuji. God damn it. I don't even need to deal with this demon at all. So I think the other drop on the demon might be Holy Man Veins, and that was how I ended up getting them, because I just sat there and ground against these guys, rather than trying to steal from the one guy that drops them. That might be what happened. That might be that reality. Either that or they drop Sun Tears, and that's the other way to get... I don't remember. Must have missed his entry somewhere. There we go, Lesser Demon. Yeah, we didn't see what the other drop is yet. Is there anything I'm missing steel for? He's still potential to drop something else. I don't know what the Dead Fencer drops. I didn't steal from the ghosts, and I think that's because they were one of the ones that I needed to perfect guard. Just had to check something. We can only steal from Crazy Armor in Boss Rush mode. Apparently I still didn't steal from a skeleton? Huh. Yeah, there's another Ifrit drop as well that we don't have. The Lizard Men are still holding out on me for something. Cockatrice holding out on me. Oh yeah, this was the other thing I found during my backtrack. There's a part of the mountain with 2 red skeletons and a monster door. You have to kill these a certain way for them to stay dead. We don't have access to said certain way yet. So, we won't be worrying about that yet. So I'm currently trying to decide whether I want to keep on the steel track right now and clean up first, or whether we want to just carry on and then deal with that. Where did we find these bone soldiers? Because I probably need more steel. Probably up on the 2nd floor of this place. Still need the upgraded Blaze Master. Yeah. The Wyvern, of course, we can't steal from till we get into the boss rush if I do that. Okay. All caught up on that information. And I'm pretty sure I do actually want what I could steal from the Skeleton Masters. So we're gonna go back and go steal from a couple of those. Because I did need Perfect Guard to steal from those, I remember. Because it was such a huge pain in the ass. But, on the bright side, we'll get some interesting stuff that way. I'm pretty sure the ceremonial tools are the piece I'm missing. Oh wait, there was a very brief window there. I don't think that was where it was supposed to be, but it looked like we had an opportunity for a frame to steal from him. Now, I want to target the wizard, but the camera doesn't want me to turn around. There we go. So I want the wizard gone so he doesn't interfere. Oh, don't do that attack. Do the other one. You know the one. Do the other one. I'm gonna take a stupid amount of damage. Just... There we go. Ah, but I missed the fucking steal opportunity. The camera fucked it real bad. But that's what you have to do to steal from the Skeleton Masters. You have to get them to backflip, but you have to perfect guard that backflip. It is such a pain, especially since all of these rooms that they're in are so fucking cramped and annoying. So the camera is just freaking out the entire time. Unfortunately, this is one of those cases where you can't just encourage him to attack your minion or anything, because all that's gonna do is cause him to backflip into the air somewhere instead of where you want him to. The poison knocked him out of the air. That's pretty good. Thankfully, we do actually have a save point right here. I'm gonna bait this guy over here and see if I can just, like, pin him in the corner. It doesn't help that the perfect guard timing's a little funky. Sometimes in your favor, sometimes not. Use the save point to heal. So they're just going to keep reappearing there, which is going to work in our favor. Or to a point. At a minimum, I want to manage to do this once successfully. One, to show what we get from it, and two, to show what the item's used for. And, you know, three, to prove that I can do it. Considering I have done it before. But since it's on an original Xbox that I no longer have, I can't exactly prove that. The wizard's just gonna float right there in front of the fight. I'm just gonna kill him the easy way. Timing on that is so mean. So I press it right as he launches off the ground, which is not correct. God, reflexes, why? I parried him and then immediately went into murdering him instead of stealing. So I just get so annoyed at these things. And I'm pretty sure there is something that drops the item from this thing either way. God, this is an awkward fucking location for the camera. Like, I'm not even really blocking his regular attacks as much anymore, just to try to encourage him to do something. And to make sure that I don't put myself in awkward timing. Ah! You probably can hear me hammer the button when it happens. But I just keep being like a frame off of the timing. That's my best assumption. for how I'm missing this at this point. Wasn't expecting him to just launch straight into it this time. They're not usually that willing to cooperate. No wizards. No. Fuck you. Camera, could you kindly? Like, as you can see, I'm no slouch when it comes to perfect guarding attacks. I just can't fucking get that one, because half the time he's hidden behind me, so I can't tell where the timing is. And you have to basically go for the steal the second you land the perfect guard, because otherwise he's out of range. Which is just so frustrating. I need to heal. And for those wondering, to avoid camera fuckery, why don't I unlock on? I can't. If I'm not locked on, he won't steal. So, in order to steal from this jerk, I need to have him locked on target. I'm gonna give it a couple more tries, and if I just can't do it today, I'm not gonna keep us here all day trying. This will just be a waste of everyone's time. Kick me, you jerk. Kick me. You have to kick me. This one is being particularly non-compliant. You know what? Reset. Kill this fucking jerk. Try again. I'm gonna try with one of the ones in a different damn location and see if it ends up being less of a pain. Because I think I found a spot that was much better when I was playing before. Because I seem to recall after I started getting it, I got a lot of it. Thank you for killing your wizard for me. By sending me to him. Let's see if they're in this straightaway of the hallway over here. They are. Okay. I can probably get him hemmed up on this pillar and have a better camera angle. Once he stops being an idiot. Oh, he was gonna do it, too. God damn it. Actually, the wizard being there, as long as he doesn't go for an attack, is probably a positive for me. So that he'll actually heal the guy. But I think I hit him one too many times trying to push him. Yeah, I did. Doesn't help that, at least to my eyes, that double swing animation is very similar to the kick. And I think that is just my eyes playing tricks on me on that one. Arrgh! Come on, Hector, work with me here, buddy. You can tell that these Blaze Masters were designed to go to your blind spots and just make the most aggravating nuisance of themselves possible. I saw something move in the background and it fucked with my head for a second. Why won't you do the fucking attack I need you to? Of course you do a jump before doing it. Of course you do. Make sure that it's really awkward for me to be correctly aligned to make sure that everything works correctly. Quit throwing bombs, you jack off. Ah! I'm never expecting to manage to do it because it works like once in a fucking blue moon. Every time I succeed, it's a fucking fail. Okay, seriously, enough out of you with that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the whole purpose behind cornering him is so that when he flies away from you from the perfect guard, you don't end up missing grabbing him. So you have more room to... Okay, he just fucking missed that time. What the fuck? Arrgh! Camera, why are you the worst thing in video games? God, I do not remember it being this bad, but I think it was just because I was used to it that it was not this much of a problem. Or I just didn't use the lock-on unless I was stealing. That probably was it, actually. The problem with cornering these guys is the fact that they'll fucking jump around on, like, just oversized flea men. And of course, he's always gonna make the angle so fucking piss poor. Like he knows. Wasting all my fucking healing items just trying to fucking steal. I've never needed them against a boss to this point. But no, in order to steal from these stupid skeleton blazes, I'm gonna need all the healing items in the damn galaxy. It doesn't help that not only do they have the worst pattern of things in this area, but they also do a decent amount of damage per hit. Like, 10 per hit's pretty annoying. Ah, I was so close. You saw me just follow him. There we go. Got it. Now die, you miserable bastard. Okay, now we have the ceremonial tool, which allows us to make a spear, and more importantly, it allows us to upgrade the hide armor. That makes the sports kit. It's a joke item, but it gives you 5 strength. So if you're looking to just murder things, it's the way to go. Now we're gonna need that, though, later on, is the important thing. It also combines with the bamboo sword to make a helmet, which I think is like a baseball hat or something. Skull cap. And I think the skull cap raises your intelligence. No, it's just useless. Okay. Not really sure what that was for. I don't remember. Admittedly, I would have been better off making the spear. But I also just kind of hit a moment in time in my head where I just wanted to make a point. Make a new Corinthian helm, because I think that combines with something else. I like to keep one of everything in my inventory in case we need it. I'm not going to make another hide armor, though, because I'm pretty sure the hide armor only makes the sports kit. The hell? Oh, for God's sake. One moment, I'm being consumed with notifications. I get the feeling I'm about to yell at someone. Okay, we're good. don't need to get shouty about that. I suppose I should make the other thing too. I love how I made sure to face myself the right way, and then I promptly went the wrong way anyway. I go back to the save point before I deal with any more of you idiots. That was another case of the stutter step getting me hit. Now that we've successfully gotten a ceremonial tool, I'm going to go ahead and save that information. So at the very least, it's logged in the steel list that they drop ceremonial tools when stolen. I would not be at all surprised if I am remembering right that something does just drop ceremonial tools before too much longer. So I remember being very aggravated about having a huge pain in the ass steal, and then finding something very soon after that just dropped that item. No, you're the one who's supposed to be cornered, not me. God damn it. You know, hitting me while I'm down with that move just doesn't make sense anyway. You're not gonna land it. That's fully gotta be an insult to injury you move on the game's part there. You. Fuck you. You know, it's really hard to perfect guard your attacks when you don't even hit me. Camera angles. Due to the nice convenient save point, I think it's still better to try to get the perfect guard in this room. Because there's just as many walls to hem him in on. And there's at least a convenient way to heal. And even if he hits me, I don't get sent too far in here. I didn't know I could do that weird slide guard. That's different. I happened to try to dodge and perfect guard at the same time. Ah. Like, as much as I like the stealing system in this game, it is kind of poorly designed in terms of some enemies, because of just the sheer volume of moves some of them have, and the fact that it's all tied to the same spacing for the most part, so you can't force the AI to make the move you want them to. So you just end up standing there for like 20 minutes waiting for them to make the right fucking choice. So very rarely are you completely prepared for when it happens. And then there's this jerk. This fucking guy right here. He who signed his own fucking death warrant by being a pain in my ass. I pressed it, game. And of course you fucking get it to work at an angle that doesn't fucking do anything for me. Got it. Okay. So now we can make the spear as well. The Sasumata, which is currently a dead end. And it's not even better than the lance. God damn it, it's bookkeeping that has now been dealt with. Now I could go back and perfect guard the ghosts from the earlier section in order to steal from them. But I'm like 80% sure they don't drop anything that fucking matters. So I'm just not going to worry about that right now. We'll be back over there for other cleanup later if I'm going to actually bother to go all in on that idea. So they'll have their opportunity. Pretty sure I don't need more Spirits of Fuji right now. I'm not sure there's any real visual difference between the level 8 wizards and the other wizards from earlier either. Pretty sure most of the upgraded enemies look the same. They just have a different level tag. Ah, and now these guys. Which I promptly hit instead of stealing from, because all you have to do is wait for them to throw their sword, and while they're standing there like an idiot, you can steal from them. But unfortunately, as with a lot of the easy steals, stealing from them is pointless. Unless you really need money. And you'll notice that they're not the same enemy. There's a Phantom Sword and a Spectral Sword here. He gives 200 gold instead of 100 gold. Because his steal's a little more annoying, because you gotta wait for him to do his laser move. But, in the end, still irrelevant. They drop Knight's Veins. And of course, the ghost holding the sword is your opponent, not the weapon. What are you shooting at, buddy? You just keep right on doing that. So now we got lots of Knight's Veins. Not that we really needed more of them that badly anyway, but we have them. I should probably get Lognart back out so I finish evolving him. That's the other reason why sometimes I end up with my Innocent Devils falling really far behind, is I just kind of forget to bother to resummon them if I put them away for a purpose. Especially when I'm going into new areas where I'm expecting to keep stealing from things. Don't get me wrong, while they're useful, they're not game-changing until really late on in their evolutions, at least for me. If I sit here and keep taking damage from these guys like this, I'm going to die. That'd be damned inconvenient. Oh boy, especially if I just take a laser to the face like that. Thankfully that laser doesn't do a lot of damage. Which, you would think a big crazy attack like that would really hurt, but it does like 12. At least 12 per tick. So as long as you don't just get stuck right in the middle of that laser, it's not too bad. And conveniently, we have another save point right here. Because I believe we might actually be approaching the boss of this area. I don't actually remember where the temple boss is. I remember this place being kind of big. Oh no, there's the boss door. Do I want to evolve Lognart first, or do I want to just go ahead and kill the boss? How many more do you need? 6 more. Yeah, it'll probably be fine. I wouldn't be surprised if I have the ferry out for this fight anyway. Not inaccurate, if I remember this fight. Meanwhile, a Belmont rolls up and makes a lot of assumptions. Okay, let me not have Lognart for this fight. And let me not have the axe. The axe is gonna be too slow for this. I don't want this Y-hander because that's gonna be just as bad. The mace is the strongest thing I've got that's quick. Quick being relative. Now there is an opportunity to steal from Trevor here. So I just need to remember what that opportunity is before I kill him. It's probably something stupid like perfect guard that charge. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Spanky. Welcome to an interesting reversal where we're beating up the Belmont instead of being beaten up. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Seems like a trend where I get off to a late start on my days off. It's probably because I just don't want to be bothered to do anything. How you doing? Nope, 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 nope. You'll notice he has a lot of goddamn health. He thankfully doesn't actually hit that hard. Not with the equipment I've got. Ah, fair enough. Chicken does make most things better. Damn it. Getting tired of your holy water, but I guess it's better than axe, cross, constantly. Okay, perfect guarding that is not the answer. I mean, I do have a guide hidden behind my other screen. I could just look. It's pretty good. I would honestly say it's one of my personal favorites, but that may also just be because I grew up with this one. It's certainly, I would say, probably the best 3D Castlevania. Because I did not care for Lament of Innocence that much, and most of the other options are pretty bad. Though I have never finished Lament of Innocence, so maybe there's just something I'm missing later on with that one. I'm willing to accept that that's probably better than it appears. And mind you, I'm not counting Lords of Shadow, because I don't really know how I feel about those just in general. This might be the first boss fight we lose just because Trevor soaks damage so fucking hard. And just spams. Like, he's designed to be your difficulty check boss in this game. Yeah, the thing is, I can completely believe that, because I remember the McDonald's games on the NES, and those were a fucking acid trip nightmare, too, so I would not be shocked if that game was just ludicrously hard. And not for any good reasons, either. Because remember, just because they say it's for kids, doesn't necessarily mean kids were ever intended to finish it. Oh, that's right. This isn't meant to be a winnable fight. Right.
On your oath, are you truly the Devil Forge Master?
That's why this fight sucks.
I am. For one that served under Dracula, you seem
Accurate.
weak. It's been said that the Devil Forge Master's power rivals that of death.
Ah, so you are hunting for Isaac as well, I see.
As well.
It's probably possible to win that fight, quote-unquote, by reducing his health to 0 if you have the patience for it, but I don't know if it's worth doing.
Dracula and forswore his powers, but that was 3 years ago during the war. Could he have survived?
Well, considering I'm sitting here in front of you, I'd say yes.
But answer me this. Are you not Trevor Belmont, the one who defeated Lord Dracula?
That I am, though I did not fight alone. There were many brave warriors beside me. And your name, sir?
Hector.
Hector. I shall remember that name.
And forgive the weird blinking to the cutscenes now and then. I could not find a way to fix that. Well, I'd say a lot of that has to do with availability. Well, a mix of availability and time. As a kid, you have all the damn time in the world, by comparison to once you're an adult. And once you're an adult, you can more or less buy whatever game you want, whereas as a kid, you're locked to what you got. So you're gonna goddamn get your time out of it. I think we could also both agree that children just across the board are legendarily stubborn. Oh yeah, no, they put a lot of good into this. It has its foibles, but I would honestly say there's nothing wrong with this game. Exactly, yeah. Or at the very least, forced yourself to try to figure it out. At least a way to make it playable. So I had a few as a kid that I genuinely, to this day, still can't figure out anything with it. But I've also not gone back and figured some of them out. They're just that awful. There we go. Lognart now knows brute force. He can now open big doors for me. That's the one little twist to this, is these innocent devils that Hector the Devil Forge Master here can bring around are the only ones who are going to be gaining abilities. He actually never gains much in the way of new abilities himself, aside from the skills we've picked up so far. Like the ability to steal and the ability to dodge twice, and perfect guarding. Hector's basically tapped at this point. Yeah, no, I've definitely had a few of those, too. Games that are, like, this is impossible as a kid, and you go back and it's like, wow, this is so incredibly easy. How did I not figure this out as a kid? And then hindsight kicks in, and it's like, oh, right. I was a kid. I wouldn't quite go that far, but there definitely were some times like that.
I'm pleased to see you are unharmed.
Oh, it's this fucking guy again.
I saw him earlier. I feared that perhaps... I came too late then. Which way did he go? Along this path lies a forest. He went there, probably making his way to the village on the other side. And what of your mission? To purify this land and remove the curse? Yes, the curse. In the end, it is all Isaac. He is the source of this pestilence. He... Ah, how could I forget? There is a matter I must attend to. By your leave. You
Mm-hmm.
Did you? I was expecting someone else.
Yeah, he ran that way.
You spoke with him, didn't you? And why should I answer to you? Perhaps you'll accept my advice then. You would do well to avoid him. Do not be drawn in by his words. Your advice is neither solicited nor welcome. I will use any means necessary to achieve my revenge. You've been warned. I would like to speak with you further.
Because most of them cheat by teleporting around like this guy does.
He is the one being who is beyond my recollection. Goodbye for now.
Look at him. He's just, ping, I'm here. Ping, I'm gone. Or, you know, they're generally in league with the monsters. Oh, don't worry. We'll have plenty of opportunity to steal his hat later on. Now, I've already forgotten the Hat Man's name because I hate him. The bald guy was Zeed. Now, as you might guess, we don't want to trust either of them. Yeah. So let's be real, Maria is just kind of ridiculous in many ways. There we go. Lognard has become a speed male. Which is exactly what I wanted for him. Because now he becomes actually effective. He's just a murder machine in his own right now. And now he raises my strength by 14 instead of 12. Well, his moves have plenty of stab, I'll tell you that much. And now his next form requires 90 of whichever crystal I want. I don't remember which way is the one I want. And he's got one move he'll learn in this form by killing enough things. Now that both of them have gone up a level. Yeah. It's very easy to miss where some of the Castlevania characters come from, because some of them are one-offs that just appear in one game and then they just shove that under the rug and forget it happened. I want to keep going to the left with you. So we'll go ahead and get you your upgrade. How many crystals do you have so far? 17. I keep hearing so many good things about the Castlevania show, and then I keep not getting around to actually going and watching it myself. Because I don't have Netflix anymore. That's the whole problem. The thing of it ends up being, I don't know if I want to pay for Netflix just to watch one show. I know there's probably a few other things I can watch on there, but I'm just not one for watching shows that much anymore. Okay. That is a high recommendation there. I've seen plenty of very good clips from it because people insist on flinging clips from that show all over creation. So at the very least already know that the animation is quite good. Also get used to hearing go, go, go all the time. Oh yeah, I don't actually need those ancient memories for anything anymore, do I? At least nothing that's currently available. No. I need to get more things first. Now, there is another path I could have taken right now, and I honestly probably should have. But I've just been kind of flying by the seat of my pants based on memory of this game. So it wouldn't be surprising if I've completely just blitzed past something useful again. Like how I missed Perfect Guard completely when I went through in the first stream. No, I had Netflix for the longest time, and then there was that huge gulf where they weren't putting out anything worthwhile. So I ended up canceling. Because it was just costing me too much money without me having anything I cared about coming out. So I was like, to hell with it. I could always resubscribe if I ever find enough things I will actually watch. Okay, that's the wrong way to go. Did I steal from these guys yet? No, I didn't steal from the mermen yet either, and I should do that. Did I steal from you idiots? Yeah, you have 50 bucks. I don't care. You do drop steel, which I'm pretty sure is the thing I'm missing for a few things. Yep, there we go. Need a bamboo sword to make that. Sasumata makes that. Of course, the bang axe makes that. But for fun, let's make the special weapon first, because these are almost always gimmicky, silly weapons. Like the baseball bat. Which I can now combine with the skull cap to make a different armor. The special ops coat. And if I had the sports kit still, I could make another thing with that. There's a real rabbit hole of equipment that happens. But I just need to get more steel. Now, what's the side effect of this coat? Nothing? Is this really just another one of those joke items, game? Are you being like that again? Appreciate it. Yeah, because it doesn't change my other stats in any way. I think that is just another one that's meant to become something else. Of course, it wouldn't be a Castlevania game without a breakable wall somewhere. The only disappointing thing is there's no chicken behind it. Now, I'm pretty sure those will actually, in fact, steal money from you, if you're not careful. So if you care about hanging on to your cash, you make sure you want to make sure to kill those quick. I don't remember if there's actually a steal opportunity with those or not. I'm gonna check for my sanity, so I don't have to do a lot of aggravation. Yes, but it's worthless. Okay. Now, as I said in the first stream of this is one of the few things I'm streaming that I've finished before. I have basically 100%ed this game in the past. I think there were a couple steals I didn't do back in the day because they were just such a huge pain in the ass for no benefit. But beyond that, I did everything. Including collecting all the chairs. Because there are chairs scattered around the game that you can sit in that have no purpose other than being essentially a collectible. And if you sit in all of them, a special chair appears. Now, to the best of my memory, if you sit in said special chair, nothing happens. You just get a fancy chair. There's no, like, intrinsic benefit to having done it. It's just a matter of, hey, you did it, good job. I'm gonna go trigger those skeletons a couple more times so we can get some more steel. Or they were a one-off and they're just not coming back. Never mind. Guess I'll just go kill the other skeletons. 'Cause there are some fights like that that just don't respawn. Not really sure why there's this sparkle in this room. I don't remember what that means. It almost certainly means something, but what? Haven't the foggiest. Okay, when the ectoplasm gets bigger, I can steal from it. I just need to wait for the moment. Damn it! Fucking fishmen! I'm trying to steal from two things at once, and it's a big pain to do it that way. But I'm not willing to reset the room for this, since these are both fairly easy steals. Come on. Except being cursed. Oh, that was not worth it. And you'll notice, by the way, I was getting that hit animation every time I went to attack. That's what Curse does in this. You can't attack. You will just get knocked around if you try to attack anything. It's very upsetting. There we go. You can either catch them when they're doing the spin, or catch them when they're standing back up, as far as the fishmen goes, in order to get there or steal off. Got another 27 blue crystals. Rooms like this are fantastic for getting a lot of crystals in, because it's just a dense room to swing around and just tear up the general population. I'm pretty sure that was already like a good 8 or 10 by itself. Yeah. Let's see if this room will trigger again. I don't think it'll trigger twice, but one can hope. Nope. This area doesn't seem to respawn that much. Sad. I was hoping to try to get some more steel. This texture's glitching out, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, there's also just kind of sometimes just cannons. These cannons you can't do a damn thing about. Not directly, anyway. You. Gimme. Pretty much have to wait for him to fire to have a shot at getting at his back to hit him. But now, we can mount on a gun ourselves and take out the other cannons. Timber! You know, the amazing medieval high fantasy cannons. I suppose this might actually be low fan. I'm not sure whether this would be high or low. Never really paid that much attention to the distinction between the two. We can just cannonball some orcs. I could go down there and deal with them fairly, but I have a cannon. You want those fries before they despawn, though. missed. More aluminum. I don't think he appreciated how I helped him uncrick his neck. Which, admittedly, my method of chiropractic being cut off his head, probably not the fairest way to do it either. But, we'll get over it. Now, we don't have what we need to deal with this situation. So rest assured, we'll be back, if I remember. And if it matters at that point. Both of which are admittedly slightly debatable. If skeletons keep respawning here, I'm definitely going to just sit here and farm those for a minute. Ah, that's their other drop. They also drop night veins, like 6 other things do around here. Also, we don't have to worry too much about finding secrets, because our fairy will tell us when there's a secret near them. Those who were not here last time. Which one do I want to make now? So I can make some actual armor as well. Yeah, I can make that easily enough. So we'll make the lamellar plate, and we'll make the steel sword. Specifically, the Nodachi. Which is a bit of a big boy. Bit of a big boy. I have another... Oh, right! I forgot. We were a step behind on armor before because I didn't get enough steel earlier. So now we can just straight up upgrade the lamellar to Eastern armor. And then from the Eastern armor to Brigandine. That's what happens when you end up a little bit behind on armor. You can suddenly just gain like 3 new suits of armor. Or back to back. Which is also why we were getting kinda tossed around a bit. But now we've got armor that's... I don't remember if that's the correct armor for this point of the game, but it's at least better. I don't think we're ahead by any means. Yeah, these are Dark Warlocks instead of Wizards now. Getting that golf swing and getting a kill with it is just so satisfying. You just send the pieces scattering everywhere. Now, it had been a bit since we saved, so it's absolutely a good idea to save here. Because as much as I don't anticipate dying until very close to the end of the game with the way I've been playing, there's every possibility that I'll make a stupid mistake somewhere and get myself killed in a boss fight. But odds are it would have to be a boss fight for me to die. Or a steal attempt, one or the other. Considering the closest I've come to death so far was trying to steal from those skeleton masters earlier. It's yelling at me that there's new armor. Right, it's still just this armor. Jur. And the Naginata. I'm keeping all the weapons up as best I can for variety. A lot of them aren't going to be better than what we're using in any practical respect. I'm going to keep the Bulova for just a bit longer, though, so we can finish upgrading Listen. Then I'll go ahead and start using the other weapons. I don't want to muck up my Evolution Crystal pool too much. Actually, wait. Now I'm being stupid. What's the other one? His combines. Okay, I can actually use a punching weapon and it'll be fine. So we'll show off the moveset for punches again, using the Juror. Just for fun. You'll notice it actually is fairly similar to what Trevor was doing. Except we have a couple more moves at our disposal. Including, of course, a spinning bird kick. Get punched. I cast fist. I think, yeah, aside from the armor I can't make, because I need ceremonial tools, we are caught up. Convenient. Of course, every time you pick up a rosary, everything other than you on the screen dies. I suppose it's a true sign that Hector's turned over a new leaf that he doesn't also die, considering he used to serve Dracula. That's pretty far in the past at this point. He's been a good boy for a while. Okay, cleaned up that mess. That could have gotten really awkward really fast if I stayed stuck in there with them. Any more of them left? Dang it, I was trying to keep one of them alive. Oh well. I wanted to steal from them. Which in hindsight, I should try to steal from one of those warlocks as well. I keep forgetting that they're different, because they look so similar to the wizards. Here we go again with this, huh? Actually, not sure how to steal from it when it's up there. Because I can't jump and steal. And the heck with it. There we go. Ta-da! They have now become the honeybee. Which I think might actually have not been the one I wanted. I might have screwed up. But it's okay, because I have an extra shard of its life, so I can make a new one. And if I really get too upset about that. And we'll just need to find out what it actually learns as we go. Brain is having a moment. There we go. Now I can switch back to Lognart. Check his chart. I'm gonna quickly double check my notes. Okay. Yeah, that'll become what I want. And... Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that one. Okay, so I can carry on using the weapons I've been using. And show off the swords and such as well. Without compromising what I want to turn this one into. For all that the door got shut by monsters. There's a whole lot of no... There we go! It's a trap! Now, in theory, this would be a great place to steal from these Blaze Masters, except for the fact that there's so many of them! You would get tore apart trying to get them to do the backflip kick to steal from them. But if you could pull it off, you could just sit here and steal and steal and steal. And it'd be great. But there we go, the undead ninja ambush didn't work out for them. It's a really aggressive staircase. Actually, was there something behind that that I needed to deal with? Well, if there was, we seem to be stuck with it now, so, oh well. Okay, I'm gonna try to save one of those ghosts. I'm gonna have him go on guard so he doesn't just kill... Nope, the ghost jumped straight into the middle of the attack, so never mind. No need to worry about that. And the camera is getting me kicked around. Get rid of one of them so I'm not trying to track two at once. Now, if you would be so kind to come out of the wall, that'd be great. Any day now, if you would just be so kind as to attack, especially if you, actually start your attack at a distance that you'll actually hit me. These are one of the things that I hate trying to steal from, because they just waste so much of my damn time. So I get so impatient waiting for them that I muck up the timing so bad. Doesn't help when he just does that weird rotate around me. Which is not an intended method for him to be attacking, by the way. That's just his AI having a real tough time existing. Three days later, he still has not made another attack. Just gonna sit here and eat french fries in front of you. I'm so tired of waiting for you. Oh, Mr. Ghost. Attack me. Pointless. All that for 50 gold. Okay. Had my fun with that. Now the thing is, the katana weapons end up using just the plain two-handed sword animations, so they're really kind of slow and awkward, and that's just kind of sad. But there's one thing you can't doubt, and that is that they are effective when you can land hits with them. Quickly summon the honeybee for a moment, so that they can fix me up. Now, of note, their regular heal has not really gotten any better because we haven't gotten them the better heal yet. So time heal is probably going to still be the way we go when we're not in immediate danger. I believe this evolution is one of the ones that learns a better heal. If it isn't, we're gonna have to start all over with the fairy, because we're gonna need a better heal later on. Because as you might be able to tell from the way I'm actually getting injured now, we're getting into the serious part of the game. Which is unfortunate considering I'm also kind of not taking it that seriously right now. Makes this section a bit more dangerous to me. He is hard committed to attacking my metal boy there. Okay, it's when he jumps out I need to steal. I thought I had to perfect guard that. Oh, that is a really small window, though. Even if you're mashing the button, it doesn't seem to want to do it. I might need to... Oh, I think I know what I need to do, actually. Dodging him is probably the way to go. So I can dodge him and he'll still be in the animation. Nope. It's not having anything to do with the idea of stealing from him. Got it. It was just 50 gold, but goddammit, I did it. This is the wrong weapon to be trying to kill something like this, though. It's just gonna be a timing game, more or less, because I can't hurt him when he's in the ground. Okay, I'm just gonna resummon Lognart and let him deal with it. He is much quicker than I am. There we go, he's learned Heavenly Sword. Now, last time I played, I prioritized finishing upgrading the ferry as quick as possible. But I was also having a lot more trouble in those days, so I'm not as worried about doing that. Which is why I am actually getting to see the evolutions for the Battle Old Devil a lot sooner. So I didn't get speed mail till like near the end of the game last time, because I didn't use him. And I don't even remember if I actually finished... No, I did finish transforming him entirely. I didn't make multiple, though. I do think I did make multiple fairies, though. Because I think I made one that was just kind of awful. So I opted to make a new one. Yeah, that's Heavenly Swords. He just drops a shitload of blades on somebody's head. Okay. Pulling him out. Damn it. Okay, let's reduce the amount of targets here, shall we? So if they're gonna keep respawning, this might become aggravating. Especially when I keep triggering the wrong heavy attack constantly. There we go. Stolen Aquamarine. So this one's dead to me. Let's get rid of him, and now let's steal from the next guy. Of course, never fails. The one I'm targeting doesn't want to do the thing. Or his friends get in the fucking way. There we go. Let's see what we can do with 2 Aquamarines. Bamboo Lance and Aquamarine makes Deck Brush. Aquamarine and Gaelic Helmet makes Frogmouth Helm. And it doesn't make regular armor. Okay, I think we're caught up on those items then. But we'll grab a couple more Aquamarines just to make sure. Because it might come in again later. And it's such an easy thing to steal. I'll get one more just to make sure we're at a nice number. And, you know, we actually steal from each of the ones that are alive. Just for completeness sake. Oh, look at him go! Okay, now we got another new enemy type. Well, not necessarily a new type entirely. I think we have seen a flyer of their kind before. But the gargoyles are unique. Oh, I'm stunned. That's not good. That's very not good. Thankfully, they can't agree on how to kill me. That could have been a death. Thankfully, with time heal and the fact that they can't agree on how to murder me, we're kind of okay. Oh, these are Gaibons, not gargoyles. I think it's another case of when they dive. Oh no, when they do that. Okay. God damn it. Flying enemies are hard to steal from sometimes because the angles just line up so bad. Really should kill one of them and steal from the other. But I don't know what they give, and I don't know if it's something I actually will want multiple copies of, and I don't want to have to sit here and reset rooms. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Because if they can sit here and just chain stun me like this, we're in serious trouble. Thankfully, they can't kill us this way, but they could keep us stuck there for a very long time. So that basically boils down to until their AI gets tired of doing that. Can't do anything being grabbed or stunned constantly. Okay, I'm killing one of them. I'm done with this idea. How do I... Am I stupid? I know I can't jump and steal. Fucking let go of me. It's probably very specific timing. It would help if Hector would fucking steal in the direction of the enemy instead of the direction I'm walking. The thing is, I'm also trying to not get hit by the fucking stun shot. So, it's getting problematic. This was also fucking not worth it. God damn it. Like, if there was any one frustration in this game, it's trying to steal from every enemy. So unless you're really out to get a full completion of this game, I wouldn't bother. As much as I like the stealing mechanic, some of these steals are just so annoying. On that note, on the chart, which way does this go? Oh, I have to use a question mark weapon in order to turn you into the thing I was considering doing, huh? I don't even have a question mark weapon anymore because I used up the bat. So... do I really care about finding out what that one on the side actually does? Because I know what the one in the middle is, and I'm pretty sure the one in the middle is actually good. Yeah, I'll be patient. Worst case, I will get a better question mark weapon later when we have the materials to make one. Because right now, it isn't going to be very practical. You just pooped out another Devil Shard. So now I've got the capability of making 3 fairies if I really want to. Because I still have a Devil Shard from it before. Okay, over this. Don't need to keep fighting these fishmen. Goodbye. Fuck's sake. Especially since I now have to fight the fishmen in here. Okay, that frost dragon's at an angle I might be able to steal from it, so let's try to keep that alive. God, this is gonna be a tedious fight with this sword. Let's not use this sword. Try the Naginata. Give me some more reach. It's not much better of a moveset, but it's at least got more reach to it. The biggest problem with it is that sheathing animation, because you're kind of just stuck with that. So I for one, don't know a way to cancel out of it. Aside from getting hit like I've been constantly doing. I just need to clear the fishmen out of here. How many of these are in this room? There's 3 of the fucking things in here. Okay. We're not letting 3 of these exist. That's just gonna get way too annoying to try to deal with. I still don't know how the hell I'm supposed to reach that to steal from that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, over the idea of stealing from this thing. So I'm assuming there's a trick to it that I'm not realizing. Deal with that later, if at all. Oh boy, this looks like a definitively unfun room. We're just gonna roll our way out of here. And now we're back down here. And there's a warp room. Okay. Which actually, I'm going to make use of this warp room as soon as it lets me. So we're actually going to go back to Julia's shop right quick. Because at the rate things are going, it might be in my best interest to buy some healing items before this boss. Things have been not going great. The game has taken the gloves off, and I have really just been mucking about too hard. Let's see, the shop is the other way. And now, I could have used an item just to warp straight to the shop, but now that we've got a warp point right next to it, there's not much reason to be wasting those tickets. We'd really only want to use them when we're in a really awkward position.
What do you need?
I don't really need high potions. I'm not getting hurt enough to need them, but we can get rid of the extra
That be all? Anything else?
level shard. can probably get rid of some of these extra materials, like we don't need 19 aluminum.
Will that be anything else? Will that be gotcha? Will that be gotcha?
Unfortunately, we don't have an excess of any of the really expensive ones, but this is probably fine. I'm probably hanging on to too many of a lot of those.
What do you need?
But since I don't remember what I actually need, I'm gonna hedge bets just in case. And I could buy a death doll if I really sat there and made the money to do so, but I shouldn't need that. Not when I'm sitting on 5 potions and a high potion, as well as the power of my fairy to heal me. If I die through all of that, I have done something horribly wrong. Specifically, just absolutely not paying attention to my health. That said, I don't actually remember which boss this is. I remembered that the Trevor fight was in the cathedral, and I remembered where the dragon and the crazy armor were, because those were all reasonably memorable fights. This one I genuinely don't remember. And I don't know if that's because I blocked it out of my memory, or if it was just such a non-entity fight. Given the stage of the game we're at, I would hazard to say more of a I blocked it out of my memory because it was awful. Okay. That's obviously going to break out from under me now, isn't it? Oh, no. I think I know what we're dealing with here, and I'm going to hate life. Ah. 'Cause it's a fish. But it's a skeleton riding a fish. Now, the problem I recall with this fight is the fact that it's kind of hard to get attacks in on this opponent. I didn't have this available when I did this fight the first time. So let's see if I can use Heavenly Swords to get this done a bit quicker. Yeah, and this is the whole shtick with this fight, is you usually end up having to wait for him to jump up onto the field. Which, during that, his fish is also going to be shooting water beams across the field. The thing you need to consider, though, is you can attack the fish, too. You don't need to deal with the fact that he's guarding all the time. But, thanks to the fact that I have an actual decent Battle Devil with me this time, I can actually just have him attack one and I'll attack the other. And when he's running around like this, I can have him Heavenly Sword him. Will expedite this fight immensely. Also makes it a lot harder for him to guard when there's swords raining on him. I could try to steal from this fight. Now that he's down to half his last health bar, I'm going to quickly check. How does one steal from him? Where is he in this list? The fact that bosses aren't separated in this list is problematic, but it's the same order that they're in the bestiary, and it's just an issue with the bestiary in general. There we go. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. I mean, I can try. That's not that hard to do, but the reward isn't impressive. Ah. So if he happens to do the right animation, I'll show it off. But I'm not going to go out of my way for it. This fight takes long enough already. Yeah, there was the moment right there, is when he runs to jump back to his fish. But all I would get out of it is sushi. Which, don't get me wrong, if this fight was going a lot worse than it is, that sushi would actually be vital to my survival. But as it stands, I didn't even need to heal, I don't think. I'm gonna have him Heavenly Sword again, and then I'll cycle him out. He's running out of juice. Come on, jump into the middle of the arena again. He tried to fake it out. You'll notice I can hit him when he's circling if I do the right attack. But that takes a bit of doing considering he's constantly circling. You bastard. Quit being a coward. There you go. Of course, him stun locking me, not much better. But I'll take that over him hiding. Missed me. One more good couple hits. That'll be the end of this fight. I now remember why I forgot this fight, though. This is just really not much of a fight. It's annoying at best. And if you have bad armor, he would be quite the threat. But I have on par armor for where I'm supposed to be right now, so he doesn't really hurt much. Which that tends to be the way most of this game goes, is as long as you keep up with your combinations, this game's not very hard. I remember this game being significantly harder than it's been, and that was with me keeping up with the combinations, though. So I think I just was bad in those days. We're rewarded with a Spirit of Fuji, hooray, but more importantly, a green door. Green doors tend to signify something important. Specifically, a new innocent devil, the bird. Innocent Devil Crow. I do not like the name Marjorie. You will just be Burb. Because you are a Burb. Now, we can get across that gap we saw earlier, in addition to actually being able to get out of this arena. Sure, Hector can double jump natively, but that's still quite the gap. So, you jump, and then you tell the bird to fucking help out. And then ta-da, you're across the gap. Now, of note, there are some gaps you cannot glide across, and you have to actually upgrade the bird in order to be able to get across them, because certain forms of the bird learn long glide, which takes you further. Now, I don't actually remember anywhere it was implicitly required to use Long Glide to get the items. I believe it just makes it easier. Just quickly adjusting my own statement because I realize it said something slightly misleading. I think we can make this now. Yeah. Just busted Hector's shins a bit, but that's okay. He'll get over it. This gives us access to the forest.
That is why I am telling you this. Voices.
Such stealth.
Who could it be?
Do not go beyond your bounds. You mustn't speak nor act upon matters related to fate. You had better refrain from saying anything unsuitable.
Oh, that is correct, of course. But what about you? Is it not ludicrous for you to be guiding a traveler in these circumstances?
I am merely lending assistance to one who is seeking what he already desires. It is the same with the curse.
That's ridiculous. You have different rules for yourself.
This discourse is at an end. I cannot have you interfering any...
Did you really think that was going to work?
I will keep returning until the day you finally surrender.
No one escapes from me.
So yeah. Now you know how Zeed's been getting around.
Those two are enemies.
One could almost say they're two sides of the same coin, but yeah, they don't get along very well. That whole exchange will make more sense later. Once we actually have to deal with Saint Germain and Zeed a bit more directly. Okay, sniper orcs still are worthless to steal from, just like regular orcs. I accidentally went through a door. Well, there's a Visago here too, so that's fine. If I remember right, I have to block their spin. Wait, hang on, I hear things. Oh, I guess it was just the other Visago. Because the orc can't shoot around this bend here. Let's get rid of one of these so they don't interfere. There we go. Or, you know, another one's just gonna spawn. God damn it. Now, would you be so kind as to spin for me so I could steal from you? There you go, buddy. I fucked it up because I couldn't tell where he was in relation to anything since he was coming through the terrain. But at least he did the thing. It's also kind of hard to tell when they're actually going to make contact because they just kind of go. Oh, to hell with it for now. Since these two figured out how to get over here now. Still just gold. Sometimes when an enemy gets upgraded, it changes what gets stolen from it when you can get a hold of that, and what it drops. So it's worth checking now and then. Yeah, they have no drops. They only have something that can be stolen from them. Is it worth it to me? Yeah, kinda. Oh. I am completely misunderstanding how to steal from that. Good to know. So there's a different moment of vulnerability that they have where you can steal from them. That said, what you can steal is worth doing. It's actually a much better way of getting something we were having issues with before. It would help if I didn't just straight up kill him doing that. You know, ghosts are the worst, because they hide behind the fucking edges of reality, and I can't goddamn do anything about it. Yeah, you just knock them into the air. Apparently they just can't deal with that. They just don't know how to process being higher. But that nets us more ceremonial tools, which were the things we were having a huge problem getting a hold of. So we now can make... need to make a new club, to make a new bat, to make... hang on. There's a few steps to this and my brain is having a moment. Right, I need the hide armor, which is why I wanted to have extra sun tears, I think, actually, yeah. Sports kit. Now I can make this, which is a sports jersey, which then combines with the Spirit of Fuji to make the black belt suit. And that might actually be something I might actually want. Yeah, because it raises your strength and your constitution by 5, but we do lose 9 defense. We should still be okay, though, and now we'll do a fair bit more damage. I do need to heal right quick, though, because relying on my fairy is now starting to fall off a bit. At least relying on time heal. I need to get the better heal. Now, the one catch to the increased damage we're doing is it's going to get harder to steal from weaker enemies. And I threw myself through the wall again. Which isn't the worst thing, because we can get some more steel and a couple more ceremonial tools. I don't even know if we need steel really anymore. Biggest problem with this is lining up that upswing, since it's really skinny. I could probably use a different weapon to do it, but this one's got the reach to make it fairly consistent. The guide actually recommended jump kicking, which I think is just a pure knuckle move, or it's something I don't have yet. But I don't think there's any moves I don't have, so hard to say. The thing that's weird to me is I could have swore there was a weapon I needed sun tears for, too. And I should have had access to by now. But I may also just be misremembering. Because I did get some stuff in a real weird order relative to when I was supposed to get it. When I played the first time, because there was a lot of stuff I just didn't do. Could you not? Jesus. And now we can summon those healing fields that we'd see at the end of boss fights. The difference being they're not instant. They do heal very quickly and heal a lot. But you do need to sit in them. So probably not the best combat heal. And I'm reasonably sure this is not the fairy form I had when I played last. Because I don't remember ever having that healing field move. Okay, more than likely it's the same animation to steal from this time as the other ogre. Oh no, he's got a stomp move that I need to steal during now. Okay, I need to just wait until he's coming down. Got it. That's an easy one. Oh, uh-oh. Put me down. Send help. Oh boy, that hurts a lot. Now right there's the catch to healing field. If they go stand in it themselves, you kind of can't get to it anymore. And just like time heal, you can't use any other heals while it's active. So it makes for an interesting challenge to try to heal while fighting something. But I don't think I'd ever recommend it. But that got us 2 new materials, Galtite and Indigo Steel. Make a sword. We cannot... Oh wait, we can just make a new dung and then make that. So that's not locked. That just needs Indigo Steel. We can make a new fist with a Jurin Indigo. And the helmet needs a Gallic helm and Indigo. So none of it's actually using the Galtite I got. So presumably Galtite comes after Indigo Steel. Considering we sacrificed some defense for the increase, I'm going to make the helmet first. So we can get a little more defense back. Doesn't mean we're going to be killing a bunch of those big boys, though. Oh, unless something else drops Indigo Steel. Unfortunately, in spite of the fact that we have crafting, we cannot change materials into other materials. Which is about the only thing I'd say is bad about this crafting system is once you have a lot of early resources that have no use, pretty much all they're good for is money. And money's kind of pointless as well, aside from just getting more healing items. Don't get me wrong, healing items are all well and good for when things really hit the fan. But as I think I've demonstrated, the fairy can carry you through 90% of this game without needing healing items. Because we are, I think, a bit over halfway through the game now. If I kept on just straight blitzing through like I did the first session, I probably could finish this game today. Like, in the next couple hours type today. But since I'm taking the time to steal from enemies and doing all of the extra stuff, we're not going to make it today. And that's fine. I don't mind doing one more session of this to clean it off. Okay. Warlocks just drop gold. There's assassin zombies that dig tunnels and try to stab you in the feet. If I remember right, this is another really annoying steal. Because I think you might have to, like, perfect guard their tunnel up or something. Okay, no, it's as he goes up and back down again. So I don't have to guard his attack, I just need to not get hit by it. Yeah, you saw it as he was coming back down. Apparently you can steal in the air, according to the guide, and I'm just not having it work, which is a bit weird. Either that or I'm misunderstanding what it's saying. But either way, I'm not going to worry about getting that steal done since it's been demonstrated how you do it, and it's just for money. So, not worth the effort. Shyvana. Ooh, that makes a new special. Soft leather or armor, leather helm, bronze, and steel. Not sure why we gained the ability to make that now, but okay. It's easily made, so we'll make it. So I think that's the sword breaker, if I'm remembering my weapons correctly. We're now 1 bronze short because I made the helmet. I would have to go back and kill a basic skeleton back at the beginning, more or less, in order to get the 1 more bronze we need for it. I'll deal with that later. Knuckle dusters. Okay, if I still had the sports jersey, I could make an upgrade for the knuckle duster. Well, a theoretical upgrade for the knuckle duster. And 2 indigo steel makes new armor. Okay. Let's see, I just need another hide armor, which uses up my last sun tier. Sports kit. Another Gano. Makes another club. Which then makes a bat. Remake the sports jersey. Make the champion glove, which is not an upgrade at all! Instant regret. I had a feeling it was a joke weapon since it was attached to the sports jersey, but I figured I'd show off what it was. And that did use up my soft leather armor too. But that's fine, I can make more of those. I'm actually getting a little low on wild memories now. But as you can see, Hector does actually wear the boxing gloves. Which is why it's a joke weapon, because it's not terrible. As you can see, I can completely use it to kill enemies. And it just looks really funny to see him running around with boxing gloves on. What? Why do I have another new thing? What happened? Oh, right, because I can now make the long spear. Yeah, because it'll prompt on the combine menu when you can actually make something. And the long spear is pretty good. I'm gonna use the Shyvana for a while, just because it's a good regular sword. It's nice and quick and does good damage. Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure they've got what a Shyvana is wrong. I'm pretty sure it's actually shorter than this, normally. It's either... I forget if it's like a Spanish or an Italian short sword or knife. It's one of those... It's in that range. But as you can see, it's just an all-around solid weapon. Quickly heal up. And the advantage to having a higher-end weapon of the same type is you actually will unlock additional moves in your combo, like this flip I can do now. You have to get to some pretty high-tier weapons of a given type before you start seeing some of these. But but that is a really good move to use. So you'll be seeing me use it a lot when I remember it is a thing I have. And of course, you still have all the same previous moves available. So at face value, the combat system for this is really simple. But if you pay attention, you'll notice that you get quite a bit of depth as you go along. Just not given to you at the start. These assassin zombies are a real problem. Because if they just hit you in quick succession like that, one after the other, it gets bad. There's also not a whole lot you can do about them when they're underground. To the best of my knowledge. Thankfully, this healing field is a nice, cheap way to full heal, more or less. So it's got that going for it. Now we can make the armor from indigo steel, which is chainmail. We still can't make this because I'm missing one goddamn bronze. That's gonna upset me. P.S. This stump counts as a chair. It's a stump stool. Rough seat made by the pioneers who cleared this area. Its coarse surface is hard on the rear. But you know what? It's better than goddamn standing all day. Sometimes. Yeah, that's just a little tidbit for those who are wondering why the hell there's just a random stump that stands out just a little bit from everything else. It's because you can use it. I missed that stump initially when I was trying to get all the seats. And I was real confused why I didn't have all of them, because I thought I got all of the obvious chairs. I'm like, okay, what chair am I missing? Looked it up, and lo and behold, there's just a goddamn stump. And it's pretty easy to miss, because you will be focusing your attention on the pile of assassin zombies that want you dead. And when you get to that area. So unless you look around after clearing them out, you're not really going to notice. Okay, we still need another 30 before this thing achieves its final evolution. More wolf skeletons. Oh, do the wolf skeletons drop indigo steel too? Or did that come from something else? No, they do drop indigo steel. Okay. So we could have gotten indigo steel a little earlier. Had the ones in the last area dropped it. Wait, no. Okay, never mind, they're a higher level one. I thought something seemed off about that idea. I just couldn't quite tell what. I have the sneaking suspicion that noise I'm hearing is another one coming towards me. Yep, there he is. Hey, big guy. How you doing? You want me dead too, huh? Fair enough. Understandable. Don't mind me as I just run this way for a moment. Hey, quit bumping me out of the circle. It's cheating. If you guys can heal, so can I. Thankfully, the poison on the fairy is a fantastic hit stun. Because every time the poison ticks, they will do their hit stun animation. Every time. Makes it terrible for trying to steal from things, but fantastic for keeping you alive. Yep, and this is the Forest of Jigramont. Or however you pronounce that. I am not dealing with you jerks this time. The door is not locked, therefore you do not exist. That door, however, is locked, but this one isn't. I probably want to get in that room, though. That room looked important. Camera angles. I'm gonna double check to make sure that there's not a new steal from these things, since they have new drops. Okay, I need to get rid of one of them though. This is not gonna work out if they keep trading hits like that on me. Too slow. Not what I meant to do. You know what? Fine. I meant to dodge and I perfect guarded by accident. Which is, admittedly, more often than not how my perfect guards happen. I'm trying to do something else and I end up deflecting. Okay, this takes me further into the area, but it does take me to a save point. So I wasn't wrong that that was important, but it was important for a different reason than I thought. I was waiting for the Thunder Dragon to try to cast its spell so I could steal from it, but it wasn't having anything to do with that idea. There's entirely too many of you guys here. Let's get rid of some of these flame demons first. These guys are actually respectably dangerous. Oh, Fairy, why did you have to go and poison him? I was gonna steal from that. Fine, I'll kill the poisoned one and steal from the other one. There you go. Let me put you out of your misery. Oh, there's just more spawning, isn't there? Is the number of demons in this area seems to have not decreased in any way, shape, or form. I'm in danger. Yeah, there's just more showing up. Okay. Trying to set up to steal here is just not going to work in my favor. Great place to grind experience, but oh boy. Endless demons is not great. Bright side, I could finish upgrading the ferry this way. Do 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 do. Oh, I found another Thunder Dragon. Hello. This is a bad place to be. Goodbye. Okay, they won't endlessly respawn, I guess, because there is a door that requires defeating everything to get through. Or at least defeating certain things. It's probably that other Thunder Dragon I need to kill. Yep, door's open. Let's get the hell away from this mess. Hello there. Oh, there we go. There's the one bronze I needed. I think this might actually be one of the battle towers. I might have just accidentally run in here. It really seems to be a lot more common than people ever gave it credit for being. Hopefully it hasn't caused you too many problems. I can definitely say it's caused me no end of grief. Okay. I still have yet to get tested for it, so I don't know exactly what kind I have. Oof. That seems like a rough combination. I feel for you on that one. Yep, this is definitely a battle tower. I forgot that these were just around. Oh yeah, I forgot some of the armor knights just straight up drop axes. Makes sense. The drop rate on them is just so bad. There we go. Final form of the fairy. This specific one, tiramisu. There is no map for this tower. What do you know? I don't know why I tried to open the map. Yeah, this is a great place to catch up on any steals you've missed if you really care to. Which I might. But honestly, with a lot of the things I've missed so far, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother right now. Nope, I'm gonna keep healing. You can't stop me. Okay. As much as I want to keep bringing the ferry with me, I should probably put it away so I can finish the other one. And there's also the fact that I haven't even started upgrading the bird. Where do I want to go with that for the bird on that note? Left or right? What are the charts for you? Yeah, that seems on brand. I should go that way. Okay. Bird. I forget how many floors this has. I'm getting the impression it's going to be at least 20. Nothing left, so I'm not going to trigger the rosary. No sense blinding myself and everyone for no reason. This is also a great place to restock on lower end materials that you're missing. Also, I'm a little sad that it ended up being the spike shield, not the sword breaker, that needed the armor. I couldn't remember which of the two was at this point. 'Cause the sword breaker was actually kind of okay. The spike shield, not as much. It's probably got its particular use, but I've never really made use of it. Mostly just because of the fact that it has no attack combo. It just is a single swing of the shield. But as with joke weapons in games like this, it probably has some insane capability. On the bright side, we're making quite the profit on potions. I guess they were assuming you were going to need them going through this place. Which, if they threw actually threatening enemies at me, like what was outside, then sure. But for the stage of the game we're at, most of these guys are nothing. I guess if you didn't keep up with your equipment, as I've said before, then even these guys might be a problem. Which, admittedly, if you didn't keep up with the stealing mechanic, then you would absolutely be having trouble keeping up with your gear, because you'd be missing out on so many different materials. You wouldn't have Sun Tears, you wouldn't have... I forget what else I specifically got from stealing. I think a lot of it actually ended up just being things gotten early. Just quickly gonna cycle through here to remind myself. Yeah, Sun Tears. Jet Black, you get plenty of other ways. Same with Spirits of Fuji. Holy Men Veins, I don't think I had any other way of getting so far. Unless it just didn't happen to drop from something. Ceremonial Tools as well. You get those earlier at the very least. You'd have to steal it still to get it so far. Aquamarine as well, though Aquamarine's not super important. Aside from getting a better helmet. That seems to be about it for what was important to steal so far, though. So I guess maybe it's not as bad. Uh-oh. I am stone. Do not kill me, I am a statue. Sell me for a high price. Ow. Okay. 17 out of the 40 needed. Not great, but we're getting there. Now to a very annoying room. The Fleamen room. Send help, there are tiny men all around. All dead? Okay, good. I got a very good spin, I guess, on that one. Oh wow, it has been 3 months already. Thank you for resubbing. Time flies. Oh, don't explode. At least not next to me. $20. Okay, we're back to skeletons. Presumably higher level ones. Yeah, okay. Oof. Might want to switch the fairy back in so I can use it to heal me. So I don't waste items. Man, there's a lot of you guys here. Bird with the save, though. Knocking that guy out of the air before he landed on my head. Okay. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, it's not actually a full heal. Okay, it's just a lot. That's fine. Lots of dead guys here, huh? Well, let's fix that so they stay that way. I don't want to join them, damn it. Nope. it desperately needs an evolution so it can do something other than just fly around and crash into things. Crowds like this get real problematic when I don't have any support. Ah. Fairy back, so I get most of my health back again. Okay. Can't mess around and jump, otherwise I waste his charge. Five. I'm out of room for potions. Well, I am missing 4 health. God damn it. Well, that one's for the next adventure. I'm out of abilities to deal with that. So I wonder if it'll still be down there when I come back down. Oh, I can't go back anyway. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Oh, hey, I didn't see any of these yet. I must have taken a wrong turn to miss where these were. Ow. Which means I should steal from you. As you might have noticed, the steal for these is you gotta knock them over. Except I killed them all, trying to knock them over. Well, we'll find more of those. It's fine. Yep, as expected, Gaibon follows Slodra. This is gonna be a problem. Yes, spinning bird shield, yes. There we go. Unstunned. Yeah, for those who don't know why I responded that way to this, Gaibon and Slogre are paired together in almost every Castlevania game. I'm assuming there's a mythological reason for it, or something, but I don't know the details on that. I just know they've always been in the same general area in every game they've been in. So there's almost certainly a connection there. I just don't know what it is. Oh hey, another enemy I haven't seen. Guess we're starting to get into the actually dangerous stuff, huh? Dragon Scale. Okay, calm down, buddy. Hey, 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 stop it. Jesus. He just won't stop running. He's out of control. Thankfully, the bird took care of that problem. Now we get a second Dragon Scale, and let's get rid of this other dinosaur. Dragon, maybe. And upgrade the bird. This was a very productive room. Pro upgrades to Skullwing. I don't think we can actually use the Dragon Scales yet, because we're not supposed to have them right now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do with them. That's fine. Oh, more of them showed up, huh? Okay. That's fine. More Dragon Scales for me. Though there is a lot of them. Now, you don't want to trigger too many of these horses to go crazy, because it will get out of hand real fast if you do that. But while we've got the opportunity, I'm going to collect dragon scales like nobody's business. As you can see, they hurt me a lot when they charge. Well, of course. Of course you want me to do it. Because you're not the one who's gonna have to do all the regaining of the progress lost from this death. You always want to cause trouble anyway. Oh god, this is bad. This is a bad situation. As expected. You cannot cute your way out of this. No. Refuse. I will not be swayed. Oh god, am I getting stun locked again? I am. Nope. Jesus. Fuck me. It's not gonna be a lot, but I'm gonna need the immediate heals right now. If I start getting juggled by it again, I'm absolutely going to just warp out of here. You really could have placed that better. And the camera's gonna fuck this whole plan. Yep. Okay, now we're out of here. We're out. There's no world in which this ends well.
Good to see you came back. What can I do for you? What will it be to change your mind, huh?
There might be a bee or something in this room right now. I just heard something buzz and then smack into a window.
Change your mind, huh? What will it be today? Change your mind. Will that be all? What do you need? Will that be anything else?
Don't need these anymore.
Do your best.
And thankfully, going to her shop's also a guaranteed full heal, just like a save room would be. But the main reason I used this warp instead of the other warp I have is the other warp would have taken us back to the beginning of the game since I still haven't set a warp point yet. So that would have been really bad. Thankfully, Julia's shop is conveniently next to a warp room. The unfortunate thing is we're going to have to go back to the aqueduct to get back to where we were. Which isn't super far, but it's going to be a little bit of walking. Yep, that's a bee. Great. Great. Love it. So happy. As long as it stays up there, I'm going to leave it alone. If it comes down here and makes a nuisance of itself, it's going to perish. Wrong way. If anyone's wondering why I don't just open a window and let it out, it's because it has high odds of just having more come in instead of it going out. May as well check the other paths I haven't taken here. The bright side to this situation is I am reasonably confident at this point that I'm not allergic to bees after the last incident I've had in this house, where I had multiple bees assaulting me. That does not mean I would like to repeat that experience. And I did have that one very fortunate time as well when I had multiple on me that for some reason did not bite or sting or anything. They were just very confused. I managed to get rid of all of them. But I had, after that, had a time where they did actually sting me. The curse of having to mow your own lawn. And the pissing off a bunch of bees. Which, on that note, I probably should go clear up my lawn again today. So I'll probably end off in another, like, half hour to an hour. Or so I can go clear that up. Though it is fucking hot out. Like, it is reasonably early spring. It should not be 80 degrees already. And yet, here we are. There we go. I'm gonna register, or this is a memorial ticket location, finally. I mean, doubly so when you consider... it wasn't last night, it was the night before. It was down at 30 degrees again. And then now it's up to 80... a day later, more or less. Just insanity. And it was not normally like this. It's just been particularly bad this year so far. Like, it would swing, like, maybe E35 to 60 or 70, but not, like, actual freezing to 80 degrees. It's just a worse swing this year, I guess. Pretty much, yeah. I just have passed the weather on to you, apparently. There we go, the bird now knows carpet bombing. He flies around as normal and just drops a trail of bombs. The unfortunate thing about that is he doesn't necessarily target where he's going with the bombs, he just kind of goes. He tends to take just lazy circles. On the bright side, when you don't stop to fight anything, it does not take particularly long to get places. I took a wrong turn. I'm actually intending to go check that area I didn't look at yet. Oh, god damn it. Well, here's the forest warp room. Well, that's upsetting. I suppose really wasn't that much more walking. So I guess it's fine. In all honesty, I don't think I'm going to bother going back to that battle tower right now. I don't know what the reward at the top of it is, but with how long that was going on for, and the fact that it was taking us into enemies we hadn't seen, I'm going to save that for a bit later. Probably, like, finish this area or so, and then do that bit next time. Yeah, because see, here's where the lizard men we were just dealing with in the tower were. Because those were definitely too strong to be the original lizard men that we fought. But I admittedly was not paying attention to what level the ones we killed up there were. Of course, after what happened in that tower, you now understand why I didn't want even one of those running around for long, because they can just keep you juggled for so long, and you're just donezo. It's no good. Nothing new. Trying to look at the stature. This actually does something, but I don't have what I need for that. There we go, some more new enemies. The Great Armors. And they dropped nothing new. Which, to be fair, they didn't drop anything at all. So, more than likely, their drop rate just kind of sucks. Actually... Yeah, no, we're on the right track. Okay, good. I was worried for a moment there I was giving him the wrong crystals and he was going to hit that dead end for him to the left. I want him to actually go up to the top of the tree. Sniper orcs, and more lizard men. But we're locked in, so guess I'll kill you all. Just remember, if you didn't lock that door, you all would have lived. Okay, this actually leads to another area. I thought this was going to be a small, like, loot room. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. I don't think I have what I need for this. Just judging from the giant slope in front of this, I would assume there's some kind of sliding thing I get. Which I don't remember. But these look an awful lot like bowling pins, don't they? Just in such a convenient bowling-shaped formation. But, as I said, we have no means of interacting with that currently. Meanwhile, I just got an oops email from H&R Block because they sent me a, hey, you successfully filed for your tax extension email the other day when I had already finished my taxes. So I, of course, looked at that a bit weird, but didn't think anything of it. And now today, lo and behold, oops, we fucked up. You didn't actually do that, so don't worry about this. Everything's fine. It's like, really, guys? Really? Fine. So more or less, I got a mini heart attack for no good reason. Which is nothing new. Ow, 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 ow. To be fair, the world is constantly messing with me, as you know. Okay, I can't just spam my way to victory anymore. Things are getting a little bit too rough for that. God damn it. They're not gonna stop spawning, are they? Another Devil Shard, a fairy. Okay, good. Things I don't need for 500. Which, on the bright side, at least that does sell for a lot of gold, so I can buy, like, 3 potions for that shard. Now, you might notice that there's a room on the map, but we can't seem to get there. I don't remember how we accessed that room. I'm not sure this is one of the ones that's going to trigger the fairy to go, oh, and look at it. But we can check. Because if there's a secret that registers with the fairy will float over to it and question marks will start coming up. But it doesn't look like this fairy sees anything here. Which means there's something else to this room, and I don't remember what it is. More than likely, the answer to this question is somewhere else. The assassin first. 'Cause these guys are the dangerous ones. They will do a ton of damage by just digging under my feet. Okay, we got another save room. Of course, that's the catch to using the save room, is now they've respawned. Oh, and there's a boss here, huh? Okay. Might actually just beat this boss and then wrap up then, so we don't wrap up awkwardly in the middle of another area or something. Hey, that's a big boy. You know, that pillar's probably important. You probably shouldn't have taken that. And now you just broke it. You didn't even do anything with it. You just bashed it around and then broke it. How rude. What do you think you're doing, huh? Who do you think you are? Just some big tough guy who thinks he can break whatever he wants. Ow. Okay, I guess I deserved that. Sitting here making fun of him and he just wails a bit damn pillar at me. Hey, no mind the boss door glitching. Everything's fine. Do not adjust your set. Ooh, boy. He just went for it, huh? Okay. Now, you want to actually hit him in the back there, because I'm pretty sure that's a weak point. Ow. It's also just a, you know, a really great blind spot for him, for the most part. Try to encourage him to throw that. There we go. This way he'll waste time going and getting another one, presumably. He's thinking about it. Also, is there something worth stealing from him, and is it a pain in the ass to steal from him? Ooh. Okay. It is a jumping steal, though, and those haven't been working. I can try. Considering the steal itself, as long as the jump steal works, isn't that bad. And for those wondering, yeah, perfect guarding bosses doesn't stop them. It means you don't take damage from that attack, but their move will continue. Case in point there, where I perfect guarded the pillar being thrown at me, but it didn't matter. The pillar kept going. It would have been a nice touch if I was able to, like, deflect the pillar at him. Even if that would have been absolutely insane. Didn't get the timing that time. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Nope. Whoop, there's the move. Uh-oh. That's different. He's speeding. Oh, he's gonna do it again, too. Going for a second round. Oh, wow, he covers a lot of distance with that, huh? Okay. Good to know. Okay, I can't just use my fairy shenanigans as much. So it just means I switch to time heal. And as long as I'm injured, just keep time heal up. not as efficient. Well, I guess actually mana-wise it's probably more efficient. It's just not as quick to heal me. Round and round he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. Uh-oh. Ah, okay, I have to double jump up for that. That's some tight timing. But I don't think I need that item. I don't think that's an item I can only get from him. Ooh, he can hit me in the air with that, huh? Okay. Good. Yeah, I don't think this is worth the risk. Especially not when you consider that if I screw that up and then get one bad pillar hit, I'm basically dead. It's gonna take him a bit to get over here. The camera, however, set me up for failure there a bit. But we're gonna get 90% of that health back. Okay. Ooh, that would have been the one if I realized where I was in relation on that one. Ah! Yeah, I think straight up my jump steals are just not working. And probably because of an issue of emulation. So I'm just gonna stop trying for that at this point. I'm gonna give that up. Devil Iron ain't worth whatever or that nonsense is. So I'm like 80% sure we can get Devil Iron elsewhere just fine. So we're just gonna end that fight. Turns the stone and tumbles down. Yeah, if an innocent devil dies, you can just bring it back to life. There's no real loss or cost or anything. Welcome to Cordova Town. One of my honestly favorite tracks in this game. So, yeah, sure, I'll hang around here a little bit. So we can get at some of that track. There's not a lot to the track, but it's pretty good. Is this the right weapon to even be using with you? Yes, okay. There's the Cordova map. As you can see, very square. Everything here is very square. Yeah, I guess I'll push it. I'll push the departure time off and go till I find a save point in here. Because there should be one not too awful far, but enough that you at least get a feel for the area. Because it is exactly as it's named. It's a town. It's just really seen better days. It's full of ghosts, zombies, skeletons, just generally dead people. And other unpleasant things. Neither of these are save room. Yep, and our new enemy for the area, the Ghoul. Basically a zombie, though. They just also have a bite attack. But they drop white steel. Which nets us a new helmet. New glove. Which, if I just quickly go up the whole fist line, I can make a new glove. I wasted a knuckle duster making something else earlier. Metal glove. But we can also upgrade the Bolova into something else, and we have an upgrade for the Zweihander and the foil coming to us once we get some more white steel. Which is just going to involve killing a lot of ghouls, because the drop rate on it's not the best. I'm sure there's something else that'll drop it too. Where the hell have I ended up? Huh. I've gone in a big circle. I guess that's what happens when you just keep going left. Which in hindsight, that sentence is even dumber than I thought it would be. Huh. Well. That's a sign if I ever heard one. Which admittedly, this is not as much of a longer stream as I wanted it to be the other day. When I said that, it is still longer than that day was, but it's not like twice the length like I was hoping, because I was intending to get up early, do the stream for longer and all that. But as usual, sleep didn't work out, things happened, etc. Life is life. Okay, I'm going to assume you must be, you've got to guard this guy's attack or something. Deal, because you don't seem to be triggering a steal under normal circumstances. No, it's not that attack. Okay. How steal from pockets? He has that move. Okay. Bingo, carbon steel. I knew he had something I wanted, I just couldn't remember how to trigger it. Okay, I can make a different, better foil with carbon steel. And the Frogmouth helmet makes that one, but the Thracian helmet and carbon steel makes this one. Okay. And I can make something with the Brigandine and carbon steel. The rate I'm taking damage, let's get this. Yeah, half plate. Wait. Still something new. Ah, half plate and Eastern armor makes something. Well, I can make a new set of Eastern armor right quick. Barbarian armor. And Barbarian armor and bamboo sword make something. I am slightly sus of that, but I'm willing to give it a go. Because I have backup armor if this ends up being trash. Kendo suit. Okay. That's not got great defense, but I'm assuming it's probably an upgraded black belt. No? Is this just a joke item? Because it has no real benefits. So I lose the benefits of the black belt suit without actually gaining any more anything. I knew I was right to be suspicious of that. I'm just very disappointed that it was that bad. It probably, like, is increased experience gain or something silly like that. And it just won't tell me that piece of information. Meanwhile, I'm nearly dead. God damn it. Their AI is real good at body blocking me out of those circles. Do what I should have done in the first place. Kill him and then heal. Now watch, this is gonna be the track that gets this flagged on YouTube when I put the VOD up, and I'm just gonna be so upset. Okay, we found a warp room, so that's good. If I wanted to be cheeky, I could just use the warp room to get to a save room. But I'd rather find an in-area save room. Which there shouldn't be one too far from here if there's a warp room. They're generally pretty close. Oh, we found the chair room. This is where every chair you've touched in the game will be. So you can keep track of which chairs you've been to. And there's usually little hints as to where the other chairs are. There's a desk here. So obviously you'd want to look for a chair that would go to a desk. And even the elevator counts as a chair for in here. And the warp room chair. And the save room chair, as shown here. Sadly, this doesn't actually count as a save room. Cannon counts, though, which I find so funny. But yeah, that's a thing. And that's why the warp room's near here, is so that it's near the chair room. I forgot that the chair room was in Cordova. For some reason, I thought it was in the next area down from here. Probably because I zoomed through Cordova the first time and came back. Kind of want more of the stuff you guys have. Ah, there was still a window there, but I didn't quite hit it. There we go, that's one carbon steel. Go ahead and make the foil upgrade. Mangosh. Which will get us some more defense. It's not a better weapon, necessarily. But it'll protect our life for now. Oh, camera angles. Camera angles, camera angles, camera angles. I need to thin the herd a bit. Either that or just leave. I think I'm just gonna leave. 'Cause that's gotten so clumped up, it would just be so bad. And separating them's not really a possibility since they all move the same. Of course, as you might imagine, for a main gauche, this is also way too long. This realistically should probably be like 2/3 of this length. Might actually be shorter. Eh. This is going to open, I believe. Yeah. I just don't remember how. Probably the same way I opened all those crack walls and such back in the cathedral. Actually, there's a thought. Let me try using the combat form's brute strength. See if that opens it. 'Cause I don't know if I actually bothered to try that. I think I always just assumed it was something special. Well, that I didn't already have. Nope, looks like it's not reacting to that. Okay. Unless the area needs to be clear. Let's try that. Nope. He was just trying to punch the lights. Well, there's still plenty of innocent devil types left we don't have. Might actually be the next one we get that might be the answer to both those problems. I found the start of the place. Okay, that's not helpful. I thought for a second I had found the next boss's door already, and I'm like, wait a minute, how did I find that so quick? Which, that has happened to me before, where I've managed to accidentally beeline straight to the boss door in areas like this before. But I was pretty confident there wasn't actually a boss in the Cordova suburb section. I was pretty sure it was in the next part of Cordova. So that just seemed real odd. I want to upgrade the... I kind of want the other foil more. This Y-hander's just kind of awkward. But up here... Of course, there's the Bulova upgrade. There's also a mace upgrade now, which might be worth getting. This is the actual in-damage line weapon, as opposed to the defensive weapon. Should also be the version that has another move. Of course, if this guy just keeps puking right there, it's kind of hard to hit him. I would never recommend vomiting as a effective defensive maneuver. Just gonna throw that out there. Probably not the most effective. we do have another move now. Stepping and stabbing, stepping and stabbing. Which is basically just a better version of the multi-stab for the most part. I'm starting to have concerns about the existence of a damn save point. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's right there. I've literally taken every path that led everywhere else. When I already knew where it goddamn was because it's marked on the map. Sometimes I am brilliant, yes I am. Ow. You son of a bitch. I was gonna steal from him, but then the bird sent him to space. We need to get the hell out of here. Well, I took a wrong turn, but it ended up being the right turn. This is actually a shorter path. So there's upgraded Dead Barons here, too. Okay. Okay, we're super close to the save point now. Watch as I die rounding the... Oh, fuck me. That's a problem. I've got to fight for my save point. And I am in terrible shape to be doing that. Especially against poison-spewing lizard men. Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh, I'm fucking poisoned. No, 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 no. Now, I even called out that they spew poison, and yet for some reason my brain's like, how did I get poisoned? And for just a second there, which was long enough for that to start becoming a problem. Fuck me sideways. In hindsight, it might have been better off to summon the Battle Devil and have him just brawl for me. But we got there. I'll make use of the remaining white steel we just got that I can immediately use, and then we'll save and call it. I say as I just keep extending the time, because I just want to keep playing. But at the same time, I've got things to do. No, there's actually armor that's just straight to white steel. God dang it. I mean, it could happen. That genuinely is a thing that could happen at some point. I just need to, you know, not have other things that I remember that I need to do. Not even saying that I need to not have other things to do, just a matter of other things that I forget to do. As you'd expect, the Tabar is just another nice big axe, claymore, upgraded Zweihander. Nothing surprising here. We've seen all of the weapon movesets at this point, aside from the extensions to them. But there we go. Another 3 and change hours of Curse of Darkness. Who is doing what? I've got another coin flip to make here. That'll be that one, that'll be that one. Okay. He won the toss. And I closed the wrong tab. Good job, Brain. Way to go. Good job, Brain. Way to go. As I hear myself yell at me because I opened my own stream back up to try to get back to my dashboard. Oh, boy. I do great things sometimes. Either way. And if I swear, I almost always pick the one that the damn list doesn't want to show me. Of course, and thank you for managing to be here today. Oh boy, from that preview, I already see we're in for something great going over there. But of course, as always, thank you all for taking the time to be here, just in general. Having the patience to put up with my nonsense, and I hope you all have a good day, and be good to Spanky when I send y'all over there, because it looks like he's gonna need all the kindness he can get with what he's playing. He's playing a winner. Have a good one.